perception about the world, about the Tao, about the truth, about every other kind of argumentative nonsense. You understand? So, anytime the ego rises up and make us think that we know this, we know that, we understand this, we understand that, and we are above others, we're better than anybody else, etc., etc., and our opinion is the only one, the 99.999% correct, then we must remember that even we, the mighty thinker, is absolutely nothing in this omnipotent universe. Understand? In this omnipotent power of God. Capish? Yeah. So you see, these are all kind of method to catch the mind back and then make him concentrate on what we want. And that's what it is. 75. Okay. Now, in truth, in reality, all forms are inseparate. Yeah? Inseparate are the omnipresent being as well as your own form. Therefore, realize each form as made of this omnipresent consciousness. Well, it's the same like upstairs. Huh? Anyhow, do I have to explain? No, right? You know already, right? No? It seems like just above. Above mentioned. Okay, that means if you... 99%, huh? It means that in reality, there is no such thing as form, as separate individual characters and objects. There's only one omnipresent power pervading everything and made everything. And everything is made from this consciousness, from that almighty omnipresent consciousness. So try to remember this or realize in it by the power of concentration during your practice, during your spiritual practice. That's what it is. Simple, is it not? Yeah, I know you know already. 76. When you encounter the moods of extreme desire, be undisturbed. Can you hear, brother? You want to see that? Oh, you think you are on the end of the line like last time? No, we dissolved the line now. Now we made it into yin yang. Okay. When you encounter the moods of extreme desire, be undisturbed. Can you be undisturbed in the face of extreme desires? Can, huh? I know you can. I'm sure you can. I'm positive. Just try to be undisturbed, and that's all. Very simple. Look at the monks, what they do. That's what they do. They just brush it off. Just like when you go to a construction site and then there are a lot of dust. I just shake it off. Yeah. And be undisturbed. Like nothing has happened. It's difficult, but it's not impossible. Difficult, but everything is difficult. You want to play football, is it easy? Nah. You want to be Olympic weightlifting champion, easy? No. You have to practice many years and about 10 hours at least a day. And the referee will kick you in the, nearly every day to make you stand up despite your aching bones and your crippled knees, and he don't care. And you want to be the skating champion, is it easy? Oh, ice skating, you know what? You've seen the movies, huh? The girl, huh? She was landed on her, you know what? 100 times a day. I don't know how she could bear it. It's real, huh? It hurts, huh? And even if you want to be a movie star, is that easy? Nah. So, even if you want to have a baby, is it easy? Nah. So, get it, huh? So, even that is difficult, huh? Even you want to eat, is it easy? No. First you have to find money. And in order to find money, you have to find a job. And in order to find a job, you must learn. In order to be able to learn, you must went to school. Go to school. In order to go to school, your parents must work and pay tax. Huh? And in order to in order to receive the tax, the government must build a school. Yeah? And then the teacher must train themselves to be qualified. It takes ages. Huh? You know, just to eat. Nothing more simple than eating. And then how difficult it is already, huh? And when you were born, do you know how to eat? Nah. See? You have to learn 4 years. Just to practice to put something in your mouth. Now tell me, what is easy in this world, huh? And you put anything in your mouth. In the beginning, instead of food, right? When your parents give you food, you you throw it out. And then when you're hungry, you put newspapers and toilet tissues, umbrella, socks, and toys, plastic cup, anything into your mouth. Yeah? You learn by tasting. Later you learn, oh, this is very hard. Etc. Yeah? You see? Nothing is easy. And you learn how to walk. How long? 2 years, huh? At least, huh? 1.5 years. No, I mean, you walk properly 3 years. Right? 2 years you still fall off, huh? Now and again. It's very simple as walking, but it takes long years to learn, huh? And practice, huh? Many of you still don't know how to walk now. You walk like this. And when you see the man or woman, you walk even worse. You walk into trees. Huh? And bump into walls when you see the opposite sex, etc. So don't tell me you know how to walk yet. Huh? All right. Now is it easy, anything? Nothing easy, huh? Come to think of it, huh? Oh, really? Difficult word. But everybody loves this word. And then when I tell them to meditate, eat vegetarian, and practice, give the precept, they say, oh, it's too hard. I think it's the most easy thing to do, to be vegetarian. And you don't have to shop anywhere. Just go directly to the cheese counters and tofu, right? And don't need to look anywhere. And see if the fish is fresh or the steak is lousy or no need. Just go straight to tofu. Isn't that more simple? Simple life, huh? And now, if you go on holiday, you just go straight to Miao. There's no you see, Christmas, you don't have to buy anything. No turkeys. And no Christmas tree nonsense, all this. No cutting any trees, yeah? You just go straight on the aeroplane and land it in Sihu. Oh, very simple life now indeed, huh? Yeah. And when you go on holiday, before you pack a lot of things, of unused stuff, of useless stuff. Now you go to Sihu, what did you pack? Sleeping bag, that's all. Just make sure you don't forget that. And initiation card, yeah, so simple. You can forget your passport, but not the initiation card. Can you imagine a more simple life? No, and then no need clothing, nothing. Well, except when Chicago and Hawaii. Normally just, easy sport shoes, easy sport clothing, and sleeping bag. That's all you need, yeah? And here you don't even need to bath if you don't want to. You save a lot of trouble. Your life becomes more and more simple, thanks to the Suma Ching Hai Su. See? Christmas, go to Melly. New Year's, Melly. Buddha birthday, Melly. And nothing else. See? So simple and pure. Well, talking about that. And so, when we went on holiday, sometimes we are sick, because we eat a lot of funny stuff out there, funny fish and rotten spare ribs, something like that. So we got sick. Sometimes TB and all kind of hepatitis. How come become Thai now? Hepatitis. All kind of things sometimes, So it's safer just to go on retreat, and eat vegetarian, and tofu, and bean sprouts, and all that, and then you sprout up all the same, right? I know many monks who were vegetarian since childhood, but they grow very strong. My refuge master, teacher, the monk in Germany, is about 5 times bigger than me. Oh, very strong. And he's a Vietnamese monk. And he became a monk at the age of 10, So you can see, the Vietnamese monk or eat vegetarian. Whether they are the Hinayana or Mahayana, That means the small vehicle, big vehicle, they're all vegetarian. So he was vegetarian at least since 10. Oh, and he's very big. I have picture to prove it. When I stand next to him, I seem like a frog. next to an elephant. It's true. Yesterday I saw some of the old picture and I thought, oh, wow, my God, this guy is really big. He's like American. Very strong and round. And he's only about 49 now. And he spoke 6 languages. He write Chinese better than the Taiwanese do. He can write Chinese too. Of course, he was Vietnamese, and he can write Japanese better than the Japan people. And of course, he write German and English and French and maybe extraterrestrial language. He's a pretty cool guy. Not bad. Now, where were we now? Oh my God. I wander all over the place. Now, number 77. Okay. 77. No. 76 already in moods of extreme desire be undisturbed. Now, 77. Don't cheat me. I am already... I hardly keep up with all this nonsense and you make me walk backward. No. I'm already glad that we climb up to 77. Oh. This so-called universe appears as a juggling, a picture show. To be happy and look upon it so. All right? Got it? No. So simple, and you don't understand. All right. The master tried to convey the message that this topsy-turvy universe, the world that we live in, or maybe many other worlds in this universe, is like a cinema. It's like a theater. So why don't you just look upon it as a theater and be happy, enjoy it, just like you watch a movie or you watch a show. That's what he meant. I don't know. Can you do that? You can, huh? Wow. Lucky for you. I still look upon the world sometimes as a very miserable place, because people are very miserable and it touched my heart. Perhaps I know it's a theater, yeah? Perhaps I know it's a movie, a show, but still, I'm upset sometimes. So now I don't read newspapers, I don't watch TV. I don't want to hear anything. It upsets me. Refugees and all that, I drop everything. Since I can't do anything about it, I try my best, so I better just stop it. Stop worrying about it and stop bothering myself about it and concentrate on what I can do. Instead of fretting about what I cannot do, I just concentrate on what I can do to serve you, yeah? To help whomever I can and come to me, all right? So just like even when you watch a movies, you know it's a movies. You know the actress is Alain Delon or Elizabeth Taylor or whatever, huh? But still you cry, huh? You know at the same time that it is a movie, but you cry at the same time because the story touched you, touch your emotional center of the heart, yeah? And make you feel the way the characters in the film feel, and that's all right, huh? That's all right. I cry too sometimes when I watch touching movies, and I laugh when the movie is funny. Yeah, if you only laugh when the movie is funny and you cannot cry when the movie is sad, isn't that funny? Is that not so? How can you do this and not the others, huh? If we can laugh at a very comic movies, then of course we can cry with a very sad drama. Is that not so? So it's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay. Huh? So now, just like the movies and show, we watch this world, and sometimes we laugh and cry with it. It's all right. It's all right. Huh? Don't worry. But the Master advised you to happily look upon the world as a show. Or perhaps it makes you feel better, if you can. Huh? Perhaps that's why he can stay in the Himalaya forever, and I can't. I probably was more involved in the movies, in the movies business than he was. Perhaps at that time he didn't have movies, so he has to look upon the world as the whole show, amuse himself. Number 78. Oh, beloved, put attention neither on pleasure or pain, but between these. You know that already, huh? He meant to still your mind whenever you want to be in peace and harmony within yourself. Then you must still the turbulent mind, whether it is in extreme happiness or in extreme sorrow. Perhaps you are, today you have been in extreme pleasure because you fall in love for the first time, or you hold hand for the first time, and the one who you love also loves you, and you feel extremely happy. And that extreme happiness could hinder you and make you out of balance with yourself. Then in that case, you should not concentrate too much on the extreme pleasure when you meditate, but cut it out. Concentrate on the before the event happening. Before you know that man or that woman, before your extreme happiness, remember that time, nothing happened, okay? Very quiet and balanced. So concentrate on that. Or maybe today you love the most beloved person or friend of your life. Then you feel in extreme sorrowful state. Then also try to concentrate on the state of balance between pain and pleasure. Therefore, get back the mastership for yourself. Understand that? Yeah, I know you do. You have all these experiences. Now, number 79. Toss attachments for body aside, realizing I'm everywhere. The one who is everywhere is joyous. Can you do that? Yeah. Well, during the initiation, you have been also advised to forget the sensation of the body, to forget the in and out of the breath, forget whatever the body is telling you or demanding you at that moment. That's how you easily enter samadhi, and then enter the omnipresent state. It means you are everywhere. The one who is so free, so omnipresent, so easily be anywhere at the same time must be a very happy person, very joyous person. So that's what it is. Try to realize that state. It's easy to say, no? Very easy. When he say, oh, this is very easy, huh? Don't you think so? Yeah, just try to realize I'm everywhere. And omnipresent and all that. Okay, try, huh? When he say you can, then you can. Otherwise he wouldn't say so, no? Or you think he just make us mouth watering for nothing? Can, huh? Many people can do that. Perhaps he can. He has done that, so he taught his wife or some of the immediate disciples how to do it. Number 80. Objects and desires exist in me as in others. So, accepting, let them be translated. Translated into what? Huh? Huh? Into action? Ah, all right. I think you all understand, right? Okay. Good. Then we move to 81. I'm extremely impressed with your intelligence. Now, 81. Yeah, why bother about the things you already understood? 81. The appreciation of objects and subjects is the same for an enlightened person as well as for an unenlightened person. The former means the enlightened one, has one greatness. That is, he remains in the subjective mood, not lost in the subject. In the mood only, okay? Subjective mood, and not lost in the things. That's very nice. Suppose I want a house, and I just remain in the mood of wanting instead of buying a house. Isn't that not nice? And you save a lot of money. You can go on retreat every time. So the enlightened one perhaps has the same knowledge, the same appreciative, attitude, and same appreciative feeling for anything, as same as the way that the unenlightened person do. Suppose I have this umbrella here, and suppose I am very enlightened indeed, suppose, and you are not enlightened. Or suppose you are very enlightened and I am not, okay. And both of us will look at the umbrella and we both appreciate its beauty. We both probably buy the same umbrella and pay the same price and use in the same way because it's beautiful. But the difference here, the master say, is that the enlightened person probably don't buy the umbrella. So that means I am not enlightened because I have bought the umbrella. So, and you did not buy the umbrella, so that means you are very enlightened. Because you only look and appreciate the umbrella beauty, but you did not possess. You did not have you did not follow the urge to possess the things. For example, like that. So that is the difference between the enlightened person and the unenlightened person. You understand? Oh, mind you, this is not what I bought. Somebody else bought it for me. The unenlightened one had bought it for the enlightened one who sits here and helplessly using the umbrella. Now, what he meant is that suppose the desire arise in the two persons at the same time, the enlightened one and the unenlightened one. Then the unenlightened will try all his might to pursue and to obtain what he wants, with all pride sometimes at the cost of his life, and soul, and business, and name, and fame, and everything, and family. But the enlightened one perhaps has the same desire, wanting for something, or maybe not desire, just appreciation. Like beautiful flowers, then we look at it and we say, oh, it's beautiful. And the unenlightened will try to pluck it out of the public. Yeah, but the enlightened one just appreciate it, have no desire to possess it. You understand what I mean? So perhaps that is the meaning of the Master when he say there's a difference between the two. There's no difference in appreciation and desire. There's only difference in controlling or in approaching things. Maybe the enlightened person doesn't even need to control himself. He just doesn't have the desire to run after the objects, but remain in the mood of appreciation. That's all it is. Understand? Yeah. It's like when you see a beautiful man, you say, oh, he's nice. That's it, huh? But then he's married. Oh, that's it. But the other woman, maybe when see a very handsome guy, and rich and talented, even though he's married, she tried to squeeze in. Yeah, and make trouble for herself first, and then for the families of that person. You understand what I mean? So that's the only difference. All right? Even though she doesn't desire that man, maybe she doesn't love that man, she just wants him because he is very convenient. For everything. Yes. That's it. You see? And the enlightened person, although appreciate that the person is handsome or talented and rich, but doesn't concern. Okay, he's rich, he's handsome, he's talented, so let it be. You know what I mean? And leave him alone. And whatever be, will be. Huh? Suppose that person approach her or him and say things in a matter of love, and that enlightened person perhaps love that person too, then perhaps something will take place, yeah? Like marriage or a union or something. But otherwise, she or he doesn't try to snatch that from someone else, or doesn't try with all the might to possess that person just because that person, possess all the quality and the attributes that she want to have as a husband, or he want to have as a wife. Capiche? Yeah. 82. Feel the consciousness of each person as your own consciousness. So, leaving aside concern for self, become each being. This you know, huh? When we meditate, in this manner, the meditator should try to feel the consciousness of other person as his own consciousness. Yeah? Well, because actually all beings are one anyhow, that everybody knows, so this is okay to feel that way. Until the practitioner lost his own individual self and merged into all as one and become each of the other beings. Isn't that simple? Kabish? Understood? Yeah. Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh my God. You're so lazy to open your mouth when you should. All day you open it already. When it's my turn, you just get less. 83. Well, if you don't understand, you tell me too. Now I explain again to you. But I think even if you don't understand now, because I talk sometimes fast, and you still remain on the last sentence while I run already to the next. Yeah. And then you will, of course, sometimes confused. Huh? But then after you watch the video again, or listen to the tapes again next time somewhere as you're convenient, then you will understand as your own leisure time. So don't worry. If you don't understand, just smile. Number 83. Thinking nothing will limit itself unlimit. Oh. You know already, right? I tell you to smile, not to shake your head. Okay. Let's try to shorten the whole lecture into one sentence. That's why it's very difficult. But I think what the master meant here is that you don't have to think of anything. When you want to concentrate, or you try to concentrate on thinking of nothing. Yeah? And then your limited self will become unlimited. That's all there is. But they just try to puzzle us, you know what I mean? To make Zen something mysterious and difficult. Yeah, they can't cheat me, I know. So now, number 84. Believe omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. Believe it. Do you? Yes, good. Then now, 85. If you already have such a firm belief, what else I have to say? 85. As waves come with water and flames with fire, so the universal waves within us. Now, what is that? You all understood, right? Yes? No? Okay, perhaps the master man is, you see, the wave come with water, right? Look, when you go to the ocean, you saw the waves, huh? Okay. Now the waves doesn't look like water, does it? It doesn't, huh? It have froth and white head and running all over. Yeah, and sometimes very fiercely beating your body, yeah? And take all the sands to the sea. And take a lot of boats too, sometimes, into the sea. So the waves doesn't look like a very beautiful, tranquil, and, blue water, huh? Cool water, but it's very different. It's very vicious, huh? Now, and sometimes it looks nice, but it doesn't look like water very much, huh? It has white head, and look like foam, you know? Look like plastic foam. What is foam? Foam. Huh? Styrofoam like. Yeah, okay. But where do the waves come from? From water, no? And besides, the water, does the water produce the waves itself? Yes and no. Yes and no. The water needs the wax and wane of the moon, yeah? And the the turning of the globe, huh? As well as the climate and the wind in order to rise the waves. See what I mean? So actually the waves come from the water, but different from water, different in character. Nevertheless, you cannot blame the water for the waves. Neither you cannot blame the waves for the water. Likewise, all our shortcomings and weakness also came from within, but yet without. You see? Come from our being, but then it needs a lot of condition and a lot of influence in order to rise up again. So, in that case, the Buddhists say, sins are buddhi, and buddhi are sins. You know what I mean? Obstacles are enlightenment. Enlightenment are obstacles. In that sense, I understood it like that way. So forgive yourself, but do not remain in the weakness. Yeah? Rise above the waves so that you may go into the tranquil ocean, which is in the middle. And there you met no more waves, no obstacles, nothing. Rise deep into the ocean, like dive deep into yourself, and find your own true nature with the tranquil, blue, cool water and pure consciousness. That's why. You see? Yeah. So sins came from nowhere. And nowhere came the sins. So we must not be attached either to virtues nor to sins. Because beautiful waves or not beautiful waves, they are waves. Yeah? Or we appreciate them as thirst. But we have no need to blame the waves or blame the water or be attached to one or another. All right? So I think that's what the Master meant by waves come with water and flames with fire. So the universal waves within us. Perhaps on the higher note of spiritual practice, you see, if when we meditate, that is a mundane way, we try to ignore our weakness and sins and try to concentrate on the purity of the true self. On the higher note, whenever you meditate, you hear the waves of consciousness in a form of melody, melody, and you see the light of higher dimension in the form of brilliance. All right? So these, when you see these, that means you see the Most High. When you hear this, you hear God. Just like when you see the waves, you see the ocean. Yeah? When you know the waves, you know the ocean. Yeah? Despite the different character of both. All right? So when you ask me, where is God? I want to see God. Oh God, how I want to see God. Okay, then try to meditate. Listen to the word inside the holy word. That is God's attribute. The holy light, that is God's quality. And since you see that within yourself, know that you are God as well. If you are not God, where from all this? If it's not the ocean, where from the waves? Is that not so? Okay, got it? Good. Now, 86. Roam about until exhausted, and then dropping to the ground. In this dropping, be whole. Okay, try. Tomorrow you run around, see you 5,000 times this center, and then drop that in the middle there, and be whole. Make sure your leg, your arm are still whole there, okay? At that time, when you're already exhausted, body and mind, at least bodily, then the mind will leave you alone because he's tired too. When the body is tired, the mind cannot tell him what to do. He's just dead. Yeah? That's why when you're tired, doesn't matter who beat you, who scold you, you don't care, you just sleep. At that time, the mind cannot care whether people call you a dog or a cat. Okay, you be a sleeping cat if it comes to that. Yeah. So, Now, when you feel you're too restless, perhaps, or this is one of the methods. That's why people love jogging, you see, or running fast, because in that moment they feel free, they feel powerful. I did that before. Yeah, when I jog very fast, I run very fast, I feel free. I feel so free, so free. But don't try if you have a heart attack or something. Yeah, or if your lungs are not good, you have to ask the doctor before. If you're okay, if you're normal condition, you're right, you may try. Or when you run fast with your sports shoes, on top of the mountain somewhere, run around the mountain, oh, I feel so good. It's all right, you can close your eyes and meditate if you feel like, anyone. You can listen with your ears, no need your eyes. If you want to look, you look, okay? So when after you be exhausted with any sport, run like this, it's okay. And then you can drop, yourself on the floor, relax everything. At that time, you will feel the wholesomeness of your being. That's what it means. You can try sometimes, just to add variety to your daily spiritual practice. But this is not the main point, okay? You understand? Yeah, of course, 2.5 hours is a daily dose, no more, less, or no adding this and, discounting from running, no. If you want to run, you run, but 2.5 hours, measure from 1 minute to the next, 2 hours light, 1 hour sound, okay? Capiche? Right. Number 87. Suppose you are gradually being deprived of strength or of knowledge. At the instant of deprivation, transcend. Strength, okay, but knowledge, how? How can people deprive you of your knowledge? Suppose only, He says suppose, okay? Okay. So perhaps he tried to advise his disciple how to be prepared, in case a time of illness, that it will take your memories away, or take the function of your brain away, and then try, even at that moment, transcend both the physical strength and the mundane knowledge, and become above human. Understand? Become wisdom. Many of the masters don't have any worldly knowledge, but they are in depth as wisdom, as transcendental wisdom. So perhaps that's what the master meant. And some of the master being physically perhaps handicapped, but still they transcend all these disadvantages. There is a person who was blind since the age of 7 or 8, and then he discovered the light within all the time, 24 hours. Without eyes he can see, he can feel things, and he can feel all the things are vibrating in different currents, different current rates, and he feels and he responds and corresponds with the whole universe around him. So being blind doesn't mean disadvantage. That's why when last time somebody asked me in Costa Rica whether I give blind person initiation, I said I do, which I did, because I think spiritual blindness is the worst thing could happen to a man, not physical blindness. So when I read that story about a blind person, it has been proved that I'm right. A blind person can see and feel the light and can hear the sound, because he's then too concentrated inside. He must concentrate in order not to bump into things. And then that's how he learned with the time to overcome his blindness and get in touch with the inner world, which he did. And then eventually he hear the sound, he see the light, and everything comes to him. in a different form of beauty and closeness. Yeah. All right. Oh, how long already? Maybe we finish it, huh? Oh, otherwise. Tomorrow you leave, huh? Yeah, all right. You know what? Okay, let's finish it. Om Shiva Shanti Shakti Maria Jesus Om. I have to pray. Oh Shakyamuni Buddha Shiva Om Shanti Jesus Maria Holy Saint Joseph of Assisi Om. Yeah, it works. Number 88. Is that right? Yeah, I didn't cheat, no? Yeah, okay, 88. Listen. Listen, while the ultimate mystical teaching is imparted, eyes still, without winking, at once become absolutely free. Oh, this you understood, huh? When you're listening to any of the lecture in spiritual practice, be absolutely still and look at the teacher with unblinking eyes, and then you will become free. Many people do that perhaps during my lecture, and I enter samadhi right there while listening to the lecture at the same time. Yeah, you know? You have the experience? Yeah? Congratulations. So, 89. Stopping ears by pressing and... What? Oh no. I think... I'm embarrassed to read the next. Let's just stop in the ears. Enough. He tells to stop other things, but I don't want to tell you. Well, I can print it on the television if you want to read. Here. Yeah. 89, okay? All right. Got it? Quick. Okay? And so you don't tell that I don't share with you. And read it at home yourself. And then at that moment, you enter the sound of sounds. Yeah, just like the other day he told us to do Quán, huh? So now you know, huh? The practice, all these practices are as old as the universe. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay? Only Master Ching Hai is new. It's brand new. Maybe not even. Maybe not. Huh? Okay, now, you know, huh? Enter the sound of sound, huh? You know, huh? You know what to do already, huh? Okay. Now, 90. At the edge of a deep well, look steadily into its depths until you feel the wondrousness. Oh, one method of concentration. I think just like gazing into the crystal ball, huh? Because the water of the well is still, is tranquil, and is clear, huh? Yeah. So when you look into the middle of the well, it's similar to when we meditate and look into the middle of the blackness or brightness in front of us, yeah? So any surface which is clear and still can be an object for meditation. But it's just one of those things. Don't take this as a main course and go to the well and look into there every day. Maybe one day you get dizzy and drop in there, God forbid. Whenever your mind is wandering, internally or externally, at this very place, that's what is written. You know what this is? Right? Yeah, so 82. 92, yeah. Wow, thanks. When vividly aware through some particular sense, keep in the awareness. All right? Sometimes you are more aware through the nose, especially when somebody flatter you and your nose stick very high and became very big. At that time you are more aware through the sense of the nose. Whenever you feel vividly aware through some particular sense, keep in the awareness. All right. Suppose you, some people, you remember in the Suragama Sutra, the Bodhisattva advised the practitioners that one of them, or many of them, has practiced through different sense. Yeah, some people use the sense of touch, of smell. Yeah, and some people use the sense of taste. Some people use the sense of feeling, etc., to get the awareness. All right. So suppose you one day your one of your sense has been awakened, and then you feel the realization or the awareness through that particular sense. Then just keep it. Yeah? Keep in tune with it. Tune in. Yeah? And don't let it go for a while. And you can use that to enter samadhi. All right? 93. At the start of sneezing. Sneezing. I start only. You should not sneeze. Or during fright, or in anxiety, or flying in battle, or in extreme curiosity, or at the beginning of hunger, or at the end of the hunger, be uninterruptedly aware. Wow, that's nice. Okay, try, huh? He means in any situation at all, try to be aware. Aware of our present being. Aware of our consciousness. Yeah? And don't let ourselves be lost in fear or in the frightfulness of battle or in the sneezing even. Okay? Before you sneeze, just stop. And then realize that you want to sneeze. Anybody want to sneeze? Can do right now. No? Okay. Before I start another, you better sneeze. Number 94. Let attention be at a place where you are seeing some past happening, and even your form, having lost its present characteristics, is transformed. Okay, perhaps when you meditate, you saw some of the past events of your previous lives or this life. Or maybe you have seen your form as well. You know, sometimes you meditate, you left your physical donkey on the cushion, and you fly above and you look, you see, ooh, what an ugly bag sitting there. So at that moment, you have lost all the present characteristic of a living corpse. And then at that moment you become transformed, of course. Need he mention this? Once we can get out of this prison house, we already transformed. All right. 95. I'm just going fast, driving fast, even past red light. Look upon some object. Then slowly withdraw your sight from it. Then slowly withdraw even your thoughts from it. Then what? Huh? Then what? Huh? Then what? Then you know what, right? Okay, first you look at some object, right? Suppose this one. And then you withdraw your sight, your seeing ability, withdraw from it. I mean, you see without seeing. And then you withdraw your thought from it as well. Then you become empty. In samadhi. That's just a mean of concentration, okay? Concentration. Now, number 96. Oh, this is easy. One word, devotion. And free. Free yourself. When you devote yourself to some case or some person, you feel very, very free. Because you're too concentrated on that thing that you stop worrying and forget anxiety and forget about even tomorrow or danger or whatever other immediate concern. So that's why the Indian people emphasize bhakti as a very efficient method of spiritual practice, devotion. Yeah, that's why they tell every of them devote. Devote to God, devote to your guru, devote to your wife, devote to your husband, devote to your family, and later devote to the teaching of God, or devote to any case, any course of service to God or to other human beings. Yeah, that's a devotion. And devotion set you free because you concern about other things instead of your own limited small self. And so you also, meanwhile, will forget many things, your illness and things like that. Yeah, there is a funny joke about an old lady. She celebrated her 90 years old her birthday, and all the children gather around her, the grandchildren and all that. And one of them asked the grandmother, "How come you don't look old now? You look so young for your age." So the grandmother say, "To grow old, people needs time. I don't have." She's very busy all her life. She didn't have time to grow old. So I'll try that. Yeah, most of the people who are devoted to their family, like farmer's wife, or like very pure and simple folks in the mountain, all that, very rarely they get sick, because they're so busy doing something else for their family or for their own members. They don't hardly feel any sick. They always feel good. Number 97. Oh, we are getting there. Feel an object before you. Feel only. Feel the absence of all other objects but this one. Then leaving aside the object feeling and the absence feeling. Realize your own nature. Understand? Yeah? Okay, just one of the method of practice. First, you feel that perhaps you close your eyes, yeah? Feel that there is an object in front of you. Just feel it. Not touch, Just now he told you to look. Now he told you to feel. There are many ways of practicing, you see, through different senses. Yeah? Seeing is using the sense of the eyes. Feeling is using the sense of emotion, of feeling. So now it's another practice using your feeling. Perhaps you don't see, you don't touch, you don't look, you just feel the object in front of you. And then feel the absence of other objects as well around this one, except this one. And then leave both, all the non-existing objects and the existing object, and be free. Be yourself. That's what it is. 98. The purity of other teachings is as impurity to us. In reality, know nothing as pure or impure. The purity and impurity is only existing in this dual physical world. In reality, he say, we should know, in a higher level of consciousness, there's nothing pure, nothing impure. Okay? 99. This consciousness exists as each being, and nothing else exists. Pooh. You got it. 100. We drive 140 miles. Be the same to friend as to stranger, in honor and in dishonor. That you know too, Always be the same. The same but not same. The same, to friend and stranger. Okay, you are the self, you are the same to your friend, but not the same to stranger. That's of course, but you must always keep the balance within yourself. You know what I mean? You be more friendly to your friend, of course, and be a little bit less friendly or less approaching to the stranger. Because if we're too friendly, say close to the stranger, they might misunderstand and thinking we want to pickpocket or try to do something. So of course we cannot be the same to friend as to strangers, but nevertheless always be that same self. You see, whether in the friendliness to friend or in the a little bit cautious approaching to stranger, be always the same self, even though you doing this same thing in different time. That's what it is. You got it, huh? Good, my God. And with the same attitude, you should keep yourself in honor as in disgrace. Always be the same self. The situation change, the people change, we should not change. That is the number 100 message. Now 101. When a mood against someone or for someone arises, do not place it upon the person in question, but remain centered. Wow, that's good. We should try. Yeah, I told you last time. I don't remember when, but when we are angry at somebody, then we throw our energy at that person. When we love somebody, we also invest our consciousness and light to that person. So either case, we lost some of it. Okay? Whether we love or we hate a person, we still invest our own blood and flesh into that person. So we always try to keep centered. So that's why the master here say, against somebody or for somebody, even pro or contra ain't no good for us. Both are no good. So we better always remain centered. Remain within ourselves. And so we draw our energy and keep them. And whatever the person derive from us, only peace and harmony and blessing. There is no deliberate throwing of energy into that person the way I throw candy and cakes to you. So in the other word, don't be angry, because you spend all your energy, your earning income through meditation for that person, for nothing. But mind you, maybe God has made anger in order to spread energy around, especially from the Guanyin practitioners. If you're not angry, if you're not loving anybody, I think the world will kaput. Hey, you will not share anything. Huh? So, well, try to control as much as you can. That's all what it is, all right? Somebody asked the Zen master, you told us that we should never be angry with anybody because in that case we spend all our energies for that person as a free gift. But I saw you angry all the time. How come? The master said, I'm rich, I can afford to waste. You're poor, you don't even have to spare. You don't even have enough for yourself, and you spend it. Yeah, all right, so get it, huh? So I can be angry because I'm a master. Now you know, huh? Being a master have a lot of priority and advantage. So hurry up. Hurry up and I give all this priority and advantages to you. Yeah. I think I will have one monk as a successor, one nun as a successor, one lay female as a successor, and one lay man as a successor. So guess who? Maybe you. Huh? Maybe any of you. You should try. Should try to perfect yourself, huh? And respect yourself and others. Maybe that person next to you become the successor, and later he will he will make trouble for you when he sit here. So be careful how you deal with the neighbors, huh? Now, number 102. We are very near. Suppose you contemplate something beyond perception, beyond grasping, beyond not being. What's that? Huh? You. Your true form. That is beyond touching, beyond knowing, beyond grasping, beyond perception. That's our real self. So concentrate on that. 103. Enter space, supportless, eternal, and find stillness, tranquility. Yeah? Whenever you feel your tent is too small with 2 persons, squeezing in during retreat, or you sit within the line there, try to enter space. Because space is limitless. And then you don't need any support. You feel supportless. You feel limitless. You enter the space of non-limit, non-frontier. And then you feel eternally free and tranquil, peaceful, because nothing encase you. Or you will feel not agitated, not closed in, but you feel free and relaxed. Now, 104. Wherever your attention alights, at this very point, experience. When you can master your concentration, at that time you have inexperience. Isn't it not so? Easy, we all know this already. You don't need him to tell us. I don't know. I don't know why he says so many things we already know. 105. Enter the sound of your name, and through this sound, enter all sounds. Sound of the universe. Yeah, some people in England, they have practiced reciting their names. And then they also feel good. Yeah? And then when they have absolute concentration on the name, the sound of the name, you see? Now, of course, it's just like you enter any kind of concentration. And then you will enter the state of realization. And then you hear all the sounds. It's true. You may try. What's your name? Wang Zhao Gao. Wu Gui. Turtles. What else? Buffalo. Bill. Bill Buffalo. Thing like that. Try, 107. Oh, 106. I'm trying to cheat, but my conscience tell me no. The 5 precepts tell me no. 106. I'm existing. Am I not? Yeah. This is mine, is it not? This is this. Huh? Now I'm lost. Oh, beloved, even in such knowing, illimitably. Pooh. All right. You know already, right? Number 107. Okay. What it meant is, even you know you exist. The physical body here, and your house is there, your umbrella is here, and your books there. But even while knowing that, you should know that you are not the person, and the things are not the way they appear to be. Just know in such a higher sense of consciousness. Know things before they even take forms. Know things before they even become existing in your present physical awareness. Yeah, that's what the master means. In other words, always, anytime you think about anything, just transform it into spiritual practice. Yeah, that's how you win the race. Otherwise, 2.5 hours and sleeping already 3.5. You think you can win heaven or run to nirvana like that? Yeah, I told you 2.5 hours minimum, but you sleep over 3.5 hours. Well, just like a nice joke. A boy, primary school boy, came back home and asked his father, "Father, this mathematics question is very difficult. Can you help me, please?" The father came over and he said, in this homework, the teacher say that suppose your father earn only $1,000 per month, and your mother spend about $1,700 per month. So what is the answer? Yeah. So the father said, "Oh, this you have to go and ask your mother. She's expert." All right. It seems like here, the master told us to sit there and meditate for 2.5 hours, but we sleep 4 hours. So what to do now? All right. 107. This consciousness is the spirit of guidance of each one. Be this one. Be the consciousness. Yeah? We always know that we have Buddha nature inside. We have God quality inside. That the body is only the temple of the spirit. Yeah? So what is it? That is the spirit. All right, then be that one. Because if the spirit lives inside this body, we can only be that. Because if we are the body, before the body exists, where are we? And after the body gone, where are we? And why, when the body is still there and the spirit's gone, we cannot move one finger? You know what I mean? So the one who lives in this body is the God spirit. Is God, is holy, is saint, is consciousness. Yeah? It's all almighty and beauty and power and love. Never forget that. And then sink yourself into the existence of the physical degrading state of being. Yeah? So that's the master has told us not to forget. Be the spirit of guidance within ourselves. Be ourselves. Be that one. And stop thinking that we are the body and this and that habit and that bad character, etc., etc. Huh? Stop being the wave. Or looking at the waves, but be the ocean. Remember the real thing. 108. Here is a sphere of change, and change. Through changes, consume change. Okay. That's very clear to you, no? We live through many changes, upheavals all the time. But even changes are just small things in the universe, in the whole cosmic consciousness of God or of our real self. So we just consume them all. All right? Just like here. The light, the fan, the umbrella, me, you, everybody are all sitting in this room. So whoever come here, whatever it is all in this room. So change or not change, they are all in the universal consciousness. So we just eat them all and digest them. We make chapati out of them. Therefore, be forever unchanged and balanced in phases of changing, upheavals, sorrow, happiness. That's what it means in this sentence. Well, that's the way we should be. If we look at it from the whole viewpoint, the picture is like that. Whatever it is, it's inside the universal power. There's no running away from it. We don't care. And if we are God, we care even less. So be careful. Just remember, you are God. You are Buddha. The body is not you. The habits are not you. The bad character are not you. Always remember. And then respect yourself. And do the proper things. And concentrate. Lack of concentrating result in many disaster and haphazard events. Sometimes if the telephone people here, when I tell them something, they don't concentrate, then they cannot understand anything. And then later they make mistake again and again and again. And make me angry and spending all my energy for them. Not all, some, All right, 109. As a hen mothers her chicks, mother particular knowing, particular doings in reality. Complicated. Well, just like perhaps the master mentor says, the hen, she has many small chicks, and then she nourishes them all and mother them, take care of them. Okay, similarly, our knowledge, particular knowledge of any field, are just like one of the chicks, no big deal. So we mother them all. That's what it is. Or any kind of expertise, craftsmanship, like we can do this, we can do that, but it's nothing. It's nothing. So the master tried to tell us not to be attached to any kind of particular knowledge or skill, so that we don't limit ourselves into that particular corner alone, but be all pervasive. Yeah? Good. Numbers 110. I feel so happy now. Just not yet finished, but I feel happy. Just like before you eat the candy, you're unwrapping it, It's already very good. So take it easy. I'll take a sip of water first. Yeah, let the feeling be a little bit prolonged. No rush now. We're almost there, so no problem. 110. Since in truth, bondage and freedom are relative. these words are only for those terrified with the universe. This universe is a reflection of minds. As you see many suns in water from one sun, so see bondage and liberation. No such thing as bondage or liberation. That's it. 1 and 11. Each thing is perceived through knowing. The self shines in space through knowing. Perceive one being as knower and the known. Simple. No duality. No me, the one who knows. But me and the seen, the known, the perceived are one. Okay? All things are one. There's only the illusion separate between the looker and the being looked at. 112. Yeah. Oh, beloved. At this moment they call her beloved. Is also, signed with relief, so he can afford to be romantic at the last moment. Up to now he has forgotten all the romantic word. The last sentence. Oh, beloved. At this moment, let mind and knowledge and breath and form be all included. All right. That's it. We include everything. You understand, huh? So when you meditate, you forget, you try to forget your knowing, your mind, your knowledge, your breath, your physical sensation, and just be. All right? So remember that. Most important. Okay, finish? My God, like you have owed somebody $100,000 and you just pay off.